Ultraworld. This is Blake 7 Series 3. I really like this one. Is this the Borg? It's kind of like the Borg. It's a sphere, not a cube, but wait a second. We're going to talk about this episode using my space system story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I liked this storyline. So, Avon and crew get taken in by this sphere, man-made sphere, planet, ship, Death Star, Borg sphere. I don't know. It's something weird. There's life forms on board, and they're all like robotic people. And they're capturing humanoids from different planets, draining their like knowledge, and then discarding the bodies in some cases. In some cases, they just use them as drones. What the heck? It's the Borg, legit. So they take Callie because, again, mental things. This Callie mental thing is just getting overplayed for me. But anyway, they're on board and they're like, okay, we got to get out of here. Avon's on there. Everyone goes but Villa. Villa is playing Riddle Me This with Orak and telling him all these riddles and limericks and, funny little sayings and stuff. You're like, oh, okay. Will this be important later? I think it might be important later in the episode. But anyway, I liked this one. It's pretty cool. For the pacing, I'm giving it a 1. It's slightly slower paced, but I'm not bored because you're still learning about what's going on. So I actually think the pacing's pretty decent. But I can see someone being, well, it's a bit slower compared to some of the other episodes we've seen, but still pretty good. I'm totally into what's happening. And then they capture Avon. You're like, oh no, what are they going to do with this guy? And then when Terrence finds that big brain thing, they're like, oh my god, like it's like literally a brain. All that's pretty neat. I'm going to give the artistry a 2 out of 2. First off, the sphere looks cool. There's a lot of cool new interiors, so sets or whatever, really neat. And the ship looks like there's a lot of different compartments to it. It feels big. This is one of these things where this planet, moon, space station, Death Star, whatever, feels bigger. It actually feels pretty large. And I like the makeup on those blue computer guys. They're kind of neat. There's a lot of screens. They put stuff in things and they get information screens pop up. So a lot of cool stuff there. Music is pretty cool. I don't know. I like this one. I got into it. I did get into this one. It just felt like it was flowing for me. I liked just the way everybody kind of interacted with each other in the beginning I'll get to the characters. The characters are 2 out of 2. I love everybody in this one. Where they're deciding what they should do. Should we check this thing out? Should we leave it? Terran and Avon now. If Terran and Avon are the headbutters, right? So they're always going to go against each other. That's the Blake Avon relationship. I actually think the Terran Avon relationship is more interesting because Terran is way more aggressive and Avon being laid back. Like Blake was aggressive, but Terran is super aggressive. Like, well, what do you think, Avon? Or is this what we're going to do? You're like, oh, okay. And then Avon kind of backs off a little bit, but then puts little jabs in. Well, let's consult Orak on this one. What do you think, Orak? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you should go. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Villa playing the games and then having that be the undoing of the brain is really neat. Because this brain is so logical that Villa is, they're using, Orak is communicating and giving all these weird things that Villa is saying and the jokes and the riddles, and it's like overloading the computer. And I love the fact that they come back, they're like, oh, Villa is the guy that saved us. And it's like, well, there you go. I guess your silliness helped us. That was cool. I like that. Enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1.5. I really like this one a lot. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. That might seem high, but I actually really got into this, especially with this other alien race. This other alien race, if we look at the last episode I just reviewed, which is the one with Callie Sarcophagus, that's just like some random people who we don't know. And then it just takes the form of Callie. So it's just Callie talking to Avon. But this one, there's all these other weird looking guys. So it seems a little bit cooler to me. So I really like this one. That'll be it for this. Guys, if you like this video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And there's a playlist for classic TV shows. It's got Star Trek on it. It has Enterprise on it. It has Blake 7. I'm going to do The Prisoner. Any of these classic shows I'm going to put on there. Not counting Wonder Woman, because I do have a Wonder Woman playlist that's on its own. But that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.